Today we are going to see about time series components. Time series data can be broken into these four components. The first one, secular trend. Second one, seasonal variations. Third one, cyclical variations. And fourth one, irregular variations. So these are the different components are there in the time series. See here, the first one, irregular variations, then cyclical variations, then trend, then seasonal variations. Okay, it will predict the long-term trends without smoothing and what could go wrong. Where do you commence your prediction from the bottom of your and variations going of for peak of your variations going down, up and down, and everything you can see here in the components of time series here. Okay, here there are certain data you can see here irregular fluctuations are there. Here there are certain data that is in the form of the cyclic nature. Every particular period of time it will be repeating. And there are certain seasonal variations are there. There are certain long-term trend will be there. The first one, secular trend. This is the long-term growth or decline of the series. In economic terms, long-term may mean greater than 10 years, and it describes the history of the time series. Uses past trends to make prediction about the future, where the analyst can isolate the effect of a secular trend. Changes due to other causes become the clearer. Secular trend. It identifies the underlying trend of the data, increasing, decreasing, or remaining constant. It is the long-term direction of the data, usually described by the line of best fit, and is detected over a large number of periods. The following chart is a long-term graph of the ASX 200. Seasonal variation. It is the time series component and it is the pattern of change that recurs regularly over the time. Seasonal variations are usually due to the differences between seasons and to festival occasions such as Easter and Christmas. Examples include air conditioner sales in summer season, heater sales in winter season, flu causes in winter season, like that. Seasonal movement. It refers to regular periodic fluctuations that occur in each time period, yearly, monthly, daily. Some examples are specialty codes for Valentine's Day, monthly travel passes, and off-peak heating. Seasonal variations greatly impact on the outcomes of recorded data and often belie the underlying trend. Businesses need to identify the seasonal impact so that a measurement can be used to adjust the expected outcome in order to recognize the direction of the underlying trend. Cyclical variations. It also have recurring patterns, but with a longer and more erratic time scale compared to seasonal variations. The name is quite misleading because these cycles can be far from regular and it is usually impossible to predict just how long periods of expansion or contractions will be. There is no guarantee of a regularly returning pattern. The examples include floods, wars, changes in interest rates, economic depressions or recessions, changes in consumer spending. Cyclical movement. It reflects the level of business activity and economic movement over time by fluctuating patterns known as the economic cycle. These variations measure periods of expansion and contraction in industry and the economy. Their regularity and intensity are not predictable. However, certain economic indicators contribute to their existence. Level of investment, confidence in the economy, GDP, trade indexes, and government policy. Cyclical variations. This chart represents an economic cycle, but we know it does not always go like this. The timing of length of each phase is not predictable. Irregular variations. It is called random variations in a time series. It occurs over varying, usually short periods of time. It follows no pattern and is by nature unpredictable. It usually occurs randomly and may be linked to events that also occur randomly. Irregular variations cannot be explained mathematically. Irregular variations cannot be accounted for the secular trend, seasonal, or cyclical variation. Then it is usually attributed to irregular variations. The example includes sudden changes in interest rates, collapse of companies, natural disasters, sudden shifts in government policy, dramatic changes to the stock market, effect of Middle East unrest on petrol prices, etc.